Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The honorable judges and all the viewers. Leadership is a subject that had been discussed by many groups of people, particularly academicians, practitioners, and government officers or public servants. In order to develop the nation of compassion, or commonly known as Negara Rahmah, one of the characteristics is competent and accountable leadership. I believe that all of us will agree if we say that leadership is the major tool of developing the nations. What are the characteristics of the leadership that we need to acquire? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. The honorable judges and all the viewers, thanks to Allah the Almighty who has given us mercy and blessing, and also salawat and salam to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has moved us from the darkness to the lightness, so we are always on the right path. Ladies and gentlemen, it will be a great honor for me to stand right here in front of you to deliver a speech entitled The Best Leadership to Develop the Nation of Compassion. Before I get to my points, let me define to all of you the topic. According to Oxford Dictionary, best means the most excellent type or qualities. Meanwhile, leadership means the ability to be a leader or the qualities a good leader should have. Last but not least, develop the nation of compassion means to create a strong, united and progressive society with high ethical standards of Islamic values. So, we can conclude that the topic of our discussion is about the appropriate leader that we need to create the compassionate society based on Islamic perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, to clarify the topic, I will separate my points into three major arguments. My first argument is about the concept and principles of Islamic leadership which generate different qualities with the other leadership concept. The fundamental sources of Islamic leadership and guidance for the Muslim leaders are Al-Quran and Hadith. In the Quran, chapter 21, verse 73, Allah SWT said, leadership in Islam is rooted in belief and willing submission to Allah, and we make them leaders, guiding our command, and we inspire them to do good work, and to observe the prayer, and to give out charity. They were devoted servants to Allah. So, the results show that the main concept of Islamic leadership is to lead to achieve the organizational goals, not our personal goals, and compete to be the head of others, and to seek the measure of Allah and success hereafter. Ladies and gentlemen, my second argument is Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the greatest leader of all time. To look for a role model as the best leader, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best example. This is not only recognized by the Muslims but also the non-Muslims at least. For instance, John Eric Adett is a British academician who is leadership theorist and an author. He wrote on the leadership of Prophet Muhammad in 2011 and identified a comprehensive list of over 50 prophetic leadership qualities. Let's take 5 of them. The first one, integrity and trust, vision, courage, competence, and lastly, fairness. These are the major qualities that we as a leader should acquire to be the great leader. Ladies and gentlemen, my third and last argument is about the crisis of leadership in the Muslim world. Be assured, Islam is at its core a religion of peace, justice, and reconciliation. Yet, most of the Muslim countries nowadays are facing lots of leadership crises. The Messenger of Allah, peace and blessing be upon him, said, I have left you with 2 matters which will never lead you astray, as long as you hold to them. The Book of Allah and the Sunnah of His Prophet, narrated by Imam Malik. Corruption, poverty, starvation, war, and economic parity are the examples of issues pertaining to the bad governance involving the Islamic countries worldwide. It has been bad image of Islam in the eyes of the world. So, the government of those countries should get back to what has been taught in the Quran and Sunnah in order to prevent these issues getting worse. Ladies and gentlemen, I have reached at the end of my speech. As the conclusion, leadership is one of the vital ingredients and enabler to assist management in ensuring continuous improvement of an organization and the major tool of developing compassionate nation. That's all for me. Thank you for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi